and gentlemen, and I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, it seems that the far left of the Democrats are really not doing well. It seems everything that they do, it turns into actual dumpster fire, and I think this by being literal here, because Delaware is not doing well. It is losing corporations, and I mean a lot of them, and it's in serious trouble. It ain't looking too great here, and this is all because a Delaware judge decided to go after Elon Musk and the Republican Party and stuff like that, and now they're facing massive problems. This is what happens. Go woke, go broke. And this means go woke, destroy an entire actual city. That's insane. So what we have here from Hot Air is saying Delaware judge went after Elon Musk. Now, Delaware losing corporations at an alarming rate. Remember last year when an activist Delaware judge, invalidated Elon Musk's compensation package at Telsa twice, despite having been overwhelmingly approved by stockholders twice. The compensation package was unconventional. He wouldn't get paid unless he delivered extraordinary results. He multiplied the value of the company by 10x, which his shareholders approved the package. He made them extremely wealthy, and they rewarded him by making him even wealthier. He put it all on the line, performed, and the judge took it all away and gave a bunch of it to lawyers. The judge was, by the way, closely tied to the Biden crime family. This is from Kenny Yoka the Great. And he was saying, this was not just in. This was in December 24th. So he says, Delaware activist Judge Kathleen McCormick declined to reinstate Elon Musk's Tesla compensation package, once again overruling the company's board and more than 72% of its shareholders. Instead, she ordered Tesla shareholders to pay $345 million in legal fees to attorneys representing the plaintiff who owned just 9 shares of the punk company. Judge McCormick previously ruled against Elon Musk during his acquisition of Twitter. Before becoming the head of the Delaware County Court, McCormick worked at the Delaware law firm Long Conaway. For decades, this firm and its employees have been large donors to President Joe Biden. In 2016, Hunter Biden hosted a gubernatorial campaign event for Congress John Connery at the office of Young Conaway in Wilmington, Delaware. Then Vice President Joe Biden attended as a guest speaker. Carney, a close friend of Joe Biden for over 40 years, later became governor and nominated Kathleen McCormick, then a partner at Young Conaway, to her current position on the Delaware Chancery Court. Yeah. So what we have here is that what it says, if you refuse to sign the wire, Kevin, I will seek to have you removed from the board for just unjust obstruction of equity holder rights. I am the only equity holder on the board. I will bring suit in the Chancery Court in Delaware, which is the UCAL. It's my home state, and I am privileged to have worked with and know every judge on the Chancery Court. So I would love to be on the host committee and all that stuff. So here we go. Kathleen S. McCormick. And it seems that she has been friends with the Biden administration and all that great stuff. So that ain't good. So, this is an ongoing thing here. And now this judge here, this woman, has completely and utterly destroyed Delaware. Because it's collapsing. Delaware, of course, is Biden territory, and Biden was engaged in a war on Elon at the same time McCormick was making diverse rulings against him, all part of the lawfare pushed by the last administration. So, essentially what I'm going to say here, guys, is that this is a political hit job, and this judge should be immediately arrested for politically going after her opponents and stuff like that. That's what should happen here. I think the Trump administration should 100% go after this woman, seek jail for a political attack and going after for political reasons only, and have her be in jail for a long time. We cannot be having this judicial system, having a 2-tier system, and just going after people and ruining other people's lives just because they're on the opposite side of the party and they were the Biden administration. These people need to be jailed. Straight up. It says 1.6 billion shares voted in favor of Elon Musk's pay package. Judge McCormick overruled them all. Do not incorporate in Delaware. The judge awarded the fees to the lawyers who blocked Elon's pay package, which she claimed was excessive, and the numbers were staggering. No wonder everybody in corporate media freaked out. If you're targeted by politicians, your entire business could be destroyed. Yeah, well, F around and find out. Major corporations are fleeing Delaware so fast that the governor himself is squealing and looking for a way to repair the reputation of the state as the most corporate friendly in the nation. It is a genuine crisis. Goes on to say here from let's see here. Okay. From Eli Gill. Says, anyone have a list of companies that are planning or have made the move from Delaware to either Texas or Nevada? Right now I have Texas. Texas is getting Tesla and SpaceX, which we knew that was happening. And then Nevada is getting Dropbox, Neuralink, TripAdvisor, Perishing Square, and Trade Desk. And it's getting worse, right? Frank Futter said, here's a list of companies that have moved their corporations out of Delaware based on recent reports and posts on X. Tesla, SpaceX, The Boring Company, Neuralink, X Corp, TripAdvisor, Meta, Fidelity, National Financial, Newsmax, Sonoma Pharmaceuticals, Bill, Dropbox, and TransPerfect. Somewhere around 15 to 20% of Delaware's budget comes from corporate franchise taxes. For years, venture capital has pretty much required firms they invest into to incorporate in Delaware because the state's corporate laws are well understood. It is seen as a safe haven to prevent frivolous lawsuits. Dropbox is even saying here is that it's leaving, and they said here. To approve the reincorporation of the company from the state of Delaware to the state of Nevada by conversion, the Nevada reincorporation, on the record date, the consenting stockholders converted the company to a written consent to approve the Nevada reincorporation. So yeah, Dropbox is leaving, and it goes on to say here, now the opposite is the case. All due to the attack on Elon Musk, part of the vendetta is a single judge had against him. Delaware is facing a further exodus of tech companies amid reports that Meta and Dropbox are moving out of the state. Newsweek has contacted Meta and Dropbox for comments for review. Why it matters. So, yeah. So it says, Delaware courts decided to go woke might just end up being the biggest case of economic seppuku in world history. The scale of the disaster is incalculable. Texas and Nevada have become the preferred destination for incorporation, not just for new companies, but for some of the largest corporations in the world. The uncertainty that one judicial decision caused will likely cost Delaware taxpayers billions of dollars. Leave Delaware, and this says here, breaking, the Delaware governor has responded to companies leaving Delaware. It's really important we get it right for Elon Musk or whoever the legitimate are in Delaware courts. We're cognizant that there may be some things that we need to change. We're going to work on them. Matt Meyer, Delaware governor. This is huge. This is huge.
The companies that incorporate in Delaware and bring business and employers to the state, commonly referred to Delaware's franchise, are integral to our economy. In fact, the franchise represents the largest combined source of state revenue. $2 billion in corporate franchise taxes and fees, over $600 million in abandoned property. The state of our incorporation is how those funds come in. An income tax from thousands of jobs across multiple industries. This represents close to $3 billion, or 45% of our general fund revenues. Why does Delaware have such prominence on the national and international stage for the business community? That is because of our longstanding reputation of being consistent, being intelligent, being thoughtful, and being responsive when needed.
Yeah, so Delaware is becoming royally screwed here. It says, why it matters. Delaware has long been considered a business-friendly state due to its corporate tax advantages and is home to multiple large companies. However, backlash against the first state has intensified after Delaware Judge Kathleen McCormick ruled that Tesla CEO Elon Musk's record-breaking $56 billion compensation package was excessive. As you guys just heard in the video there. Musk has become increasingly influential in both political and corporate world, urged companies to pull out of the Democratic-led state. So this is what happens when you do things like this. It's very similar to what's going to happen in New York, right? When companies go and see that if you are on a certain political aisle, that they're going to want to leave the state to save their company. There's going to be a lot of companies that would have left New York if they're not already leaving New York already because of the laws or the judicial or the crime that they did to go after Donald Trump in that state. So now these companies and these people are leaving it. And when Democrats had looks like they have single-handedly destroyed Delaware because they decided to be woke. They decided to do these political games, and now that the writing is on the wall, companies are leaving in droves, big ones, and it's not going good. You have a lot to thank for the people that are in Delaware, and for the people that are going to see that are huge problems in their state. Or their city, rather. State, too, honestly. You should be thankful because the Democrats did this to you. You voted for the Democrats. The Democrats played their dirty games of political games against their political opponents. And now they're facing massive ramifications for it because no company wants to risk and lose billions or hundreds of millions to billions of dollars because of because you have to align with a certain political party. That's insanity. And now that Trump is in office, they fear that this might come for them. So, yeah, this is what you get. This is what you get for playing these games and doing this BS, right? Well, I don't know what else to tell people. It is not looking good for Delaware. It looks like Delaware is starting to collapse, and all these companies are leaving. And this is on February 2nd of 2025. It's only a matter of time until more leave, and I'm very curious on how the companies are going to be faring in New York, because New York is also not looking too great either. F around and find out, guys. F around and find out. This is exactly what's happening. And Delaware is not looking good. Alright, guys. That's it for the video. Let's guys share. As always, take care. And remember, guys, never go woke.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted. This is algorithmic disease, the social media.